The Batman. The Batman. The Batman. That is my really lame midnight attempt at doing a standing ovation, but this movie deserves one, especially after sitting on my butt for 3 hours and being captivated by it. I've literally just walked in a few minutes ago, turned my light on, turned the camera on, and this movie is incredible, guys. Seriously. The Batman. I am vengeance. No, but seriously, guys. I was lucky enough to go to the Perth premiere here in Western Australia. And we got to see the movie a couple of days early here. So I was really lucky that I even spotted the email. It went into my junk folder, an invitation, and I was like, you know what? I've deliberately avoided this movie. I might as well go and see it. Like, I didn't see the trailer. Like, I saw a snippet, maybe the first 20 seconds. If you guys know me, you know I don't watch trailers in full. I watch like 30 seconds and I decide yes or no, and then I go or I don't go. And this one, I decided it looks pretty good. I didn't have my hopes up for it. I didn't have high expectations. Really didn't have any. I tried to just kind of go in it blind because Batman, along with Spider-Man, I know, Marvel, DC, whatever, they're my two favorite superheroes. Like, man, like, seriously. And even here, I got bloody Spider-Man 2 on. So, like, I'm going to bring my phone out because on the way back home, I was writing all my notes, all my thoughts, and I watched it with my mate Cody. And man, that movie ended, and we just looked at each other and we were like, we knew. It was just a sitting moment of processing and what we just went through. This is my favorite Batman movie ever. I'm going to say it. Seriously, The Dark Knight, for the longest time, has been my favorite. And Heath Ledger, he's a West Aussie boy. He's a local here. Amazing Joker. An amazing movie. You got a great director. You had Christopher Nolan. But this is leaving me speechless at times. I'm still processing it. The first thing I said to Cody next to me in the cinema was, bro, I'm going to go watch this again in 2 days when it's out. I have to see it right now. I was like, where are the Warner Brothers representatives? Like, run this back. I'll see you for another 3 hours. Get me a coffee, an espresso martini, something, bro. Get me going again. I could actually probably sit there right now, even though I am tired. Like, the thing is, I grew up on Batman because I grew up in the 90s, right? And they were just these goofy things and perfect for me as a kid. Then when I got a bit older in my teen years, those Christopher Nolan movies came out, right? And now, as I'm older, they've even taken another edge. And I know I might be overreacting because I literally just walked in and I'm only just looking at my notes. But this is my first impression, I guess, and I'm not going to spoil anything. So the thing about this movie is it feels real. You feel like you're in Gotham City because it pulls you in. It's so dark and gritty. This entire movie is just this burn, and it just feels authentic. I think authentic is the right way, you know? Like, that's the way to describe this movie. It is truly authentic. Like, you feel the weight behind Batman's punches. You feel the pain that each character holds. You feel the grit and grime of this Gotham. What it really is. It's a hellhole. It's just what it really should be. It's everything we've seen in all the origin stories over the years of what Gotham really should be, and it brings it to life, but through death. Alright, so I'm going to get comfortable now because I want to talk about the characters just briefly here. I'm not going to say actually anything about the Riddler. You need to experience him on your own. Incredible performance. Just incredible. And I can't actually say anything because it could spoil so much. It's ridiculous. But the Penguin, I had no idea that it was who the actor is. I'm not even going to say that. Actually, I should. You should probably already know. But skip the next 10 seconds. But Colin Farrell? Excuse me? Dude is just a fine actor. He really got in this. I had no idea it was him until the end. We're like, who was Colin Farrell? Because they had this thing beforehand, before the movie launched. They give you like this cool thing. It's like all the actors on a thing, and they're like, "Hi, welcome to the pre-screening, the premiere, whatever, blah blah blah." And Colin Farrell was there. I was like, "What's this bloke in here? He's going to be some sort of detective or something? Is he going to be Gordon?" Because I really had no idea going in this movie. And then after the credits rolled and it confirmed it, I was like, wow. Like that chase scene with the Penguin and like, bro, his car is amazing, by the way. How does it survive? And speaking of cars, I'm just going off a tangent here, but the Batmobile, man, similar to how Batman doesn't pull his punches, you really feel the weight behind those punches in the fight scenes. You really feel the behind that damn car, man. Like, wow, like that engine, it's just pure muscle, and it's good, and it's just, I just need to talk to someone about this movie for hours. Like, Cody and I were just talking about it and then stopping and thinking and like, oh, and this, and it's just one of those movies, and that movie hasn't done that for me in a while, man. I've been invited to a million of these premiere things. James Bond, for example. I've been to Detective Pikachu. I've been to bloody Dunkirk. I've been to this or that, anything really. And I've never wanted to really make like a review. But sitting here now, I'm like, I needed to make this. I need to let this out to the world. Go see this movie. And you can probably tell I'm not very good at reviewing or staying on track here. I'm just kind of just giving it all my all and just telling you like how I see it, you know? But anyway, back to the characters, because I've got my notes. Luckily, I do have my notes. Otherwise, I'd just be all over the place, 100%. Batman, Bruce Wayne. He is what Batman would be, and I guess this whole movie in general, but he is what Batman would be in real life. That's how I saw it. He's really, really broken. And that comes through Bruce Wayne and Batman. And I know there should be a separation between Bruce and Batman. And there isn't really one in this. He's always dark. He's always like depressed. It's always this gritty feeling. But it makes sense. But what I mean by him, what he really would be like in real life, is his suit isn't perfect. It looks like someone put that together, but tactically. Like, it makes sense. It's not over-the-top superhero. Like, yes, it still looks epic. Like, at times, like, he looks like the big staunch unit that he is, Batman. But it's like the way the mask kind of sits within, and there's, like, almost a collar. He even puts it in his backpack at times. This isn't a spoiler. And he rides around on his bike, and just the way he goes about things feels a lot more realistic. It feels within the world that we understand, but takes that vigilante edge to it and kind of that superhero little bitness. I don't even know how to describe it. You get what I mean, though. Like, it makes sense. Everything in this movie makes sense. Even the way they portray social media in this movie makes sense. There's a whole fringe network of people and stuff. And, like, that's all I'm going to say about that. But it all makes sense. It all really, really works. I forget the name of this director. I could probably look it up. We were looking it up on the way home, and he's done like Planet of the Apes and Cloverfield and stuff. But this feels like the culmination of everything he's learned over the years and really put it together. So I'm really blanking on the director's name, and I feel like a complete ass. But this guy deserves whatever the heck he goes off next, and I'm excited to see whatever he creates and the characters he brings to life in movies. But yeah, anyway, back to Batman and himself, the character. Don't expect some sort of superhero over-the-top Batman, even to the Christian Bale extent, where it's still set in reality. This is definitely like someone's really learning to be Batman. He knows how to be Batman, but not everything's perfect yet. It isn't high-tech and ridiculous. It is what it would be. When you watch the movie, you'll understand what I mean about what it would be in real-life Batman. And that's kind of cool, because it makes you go, man, I could be Batman if I really tried. But not really, but you get what I mean. And the fact that it's so set in reality, and like it has this oomph behind every scene, behind the punches, they're real weight to them. It makes it feel like anything can happen, and things do happen. It's sort of like it kind of peaks and then goes whoop, and then it goes up, and then it goes up another level and just keeps going, dude. This thing is a wild ride, man. When he's away from the action scenes, he really feels like a detective. This is the first movie where Batman feels like what he really is a detective vigilante with like gadgets and unlimited budget, essentially. And he really is a true detective in this movie. Everything is dark. He's understanding clues, and it's great that it was the Riddler. There's a lot of clues, and he's figuring things out. He's better than all the other cops, and he's working with Gordon side by side. It's like a buddy cop or movie, not really, but you get what I mean. But I keep saying that. You don't get what I mean because you haven't seen the movie, but I've got a million thoughts running through my head. So this is kind of a review, kind of a first impression, sit down straight after the movie. And I'm vengeance. I just can't stop saying that. I don't know why. Oh, there's a line of I'm vengeance towards the very end of the movie. I'm not saying anything. But when you see it and when it all clicks to you at the very end of the movie, you'll be like, boy, this might be one of the best movies ever made. No, not that crazy, but you know. You know what I mean? Fucks. Anyway, yeah, so I'm getting carried away, guys. It's pretty late here, and I need to get some sleep. But I will say this. I'm going to give it a 9.2 out of 10. I know that's really high. I don't usually rate things that high. I'm a pretty harsh critic. Even my favorite movies of all time, my two top, which are tied for number one, which is Goodfellas and Terminator 2 Judgment Day, I rate both of those at 9.85s. They just aren't perfect. Nothing to me can be perfect. But this movie, I need to go see it again. And you need to go see it. And I'm not being paid to say this, even though Warner Brothers were awesome enough to send me invitations to go see this with my mate. They just like, go see it. And you're allowed to say whatever you want. I could say this movie sucks, but man, it doesn't. This movie is great. And I'm going to go see it again probably in like 24 hours from now because the midnight release is tomorrow. If I can get a single ticket, I'm going in there and I'm watching that movie again. But this time with like 2 bags of popcorn and a whole lot of beer or something. I don't want to pee myself. I just want to go enjoy this again because I'm vengeance. Dude. Go see it. Anyway, I'm going to go sleep. Well, first get this video out. And, yeah. Man, the wingsuit. Bro, you're going to see it, guys. You're going to see it. It's a great movie. Oh, I still got my boots and stuff on because I'm stomping on them, you know, because I'm vengeance.